Hi, beautiful ladies, and welcome to Manifest Your Miss Right with Sissy. I'm Sissy, your host. Let's talk about being fearful. You know that fear is very crippling. Most people are fearful of life and certain things in life because of fear of failure. Being fearful of failure. That's the biggest thing, okay? Being fearful of not getting that thing right. So today's topic is about being fearful in terms of dating because of past experiences. Please stay tuned and we'll tackle this topic in a second. Welcome, ladies. Let's talk about this fearfulness. Okay, fear is normally based on the unknown. It's based on the future events because you're fearful of what's going to happen in the future. And it could be also linked to what happened in the past. Because remember that, ladies, we don't forget anything that we have experienced in life. It's all there in your subconscious mind, there very silently. And in your subconscious mind, all your events that happened in your life that had emotions, tough emotions, hard emotions are there. And then you make your decisions according to all those subconscious experiences that you had. They were conscious experiences, but remember, because they're past, they get stored in your subconscious mind. So now, you were dating for many years from the time you were maybe in high school, and you had all these negative experience with dating, trust issues, infidelity, people cheating, your partner's cheating, lies, all those things. So what happens, all that is all stored in your subconscious mind. Now, in your subconscious mind now, that controls all your decisions around dating and everything else, because everything is stored in the subconscious mind. We don't remember it, but it's there. It's like a memory bank, okay? Because your conscious mind will deal with your day-to-day activities. But when it comes to making decisions on familiar experiences, everything is taken from your subconscious library or your subconscious mind, okay? So here you are, you've been dating for many years. From the time you were in high school, you were a teenager, and you had some negative experiences and maybe some good experiences as well in your dating experience. Now you're growing up, and then you have this need now, because we have this clock, especially for females, internal clock, or we call it internal clock, where we think that, okay, by the age of 30, I should be settled, have my husband, have my children, have my everything, have my job, have my career. Sometimes they can be very unrealistic because we're giving time to things, and some of us develop later than others. Our development phases and the way we develop is different. So maybe compared to your friends and your sister or your siblings, you are developing differently. You understand that kind of thing. So back to the fearful aspect, where it's coming from. So you have all these experiences, and you have this deadline in your head, a society deadline, unwritten deadline, that by the age of 30 you should be settled perfectly with your perfect man, have your children, have your career, have your money, everything. That's just a pipe dream. But anyway, not that it's not possible, but at the end of the day, too much pressure, so it becomes a pipe dream, okay? So there you are now. You want to date and meet this guy because you feel that time is running out. So number one, fear is in, because fearful of not meeting the deadline, fearful of not being like the other people in society that married young because you want to marry, because society says you must marry young and have all your children and be settled in by the age of 30. Okay, so you're fearful of not meeting that time, that's a milestone in your life, okay? Because number one, relationships are not going all that well with you, okay? Because every relationship, there's a lot of baggage in it. You're carrying the baggage from the last relationship into the current relationship, so now it becomes a problem, okay? So that's what happens. So the fear builds up inside of you. Subconsciously it's there that, oh no, so-and-so, sister, you cannot meet this guy because you haven't met guys before. Just look at your past experience. And that's what happens. It keeps pulling you back to the past experience. Remember your boyfriend you fell in love with when you were this age of 21, whatever, and remember how he disappointed you. Remember how he cheated on you. All those things are there. So you're now reacting to every relationship in the same way. Fear. You're now making decisions based on the past. You're making decisions based on the fear that it's going to happen again. So you don't take the risks. You don't go out there and date. You don't go out there and put yourself out there confidently because you feel that, why should I try? Because I failed in the past. You understand? Subconsciously, it's there. All those experiences. So this is the secret, ladies. You cannot avoid your subconscious storing every information or everything that happened in your life. We cannot avoid like that because we programmed like that in a psychological cognitive way. We programmed psychologically to record everything. However, if you are aware of your subconscious mind, that everything is stored there, that you're actually being controlled by past experiences, then you're able to change that. You're able to work through your current experiences and just take those past experiences just as experiences, right? And if you have fear, work through your fears. Ask yourself, why am I fearful of this? Why am I fearful of failure? Why am I fearful of not meeting a deadline? Is the deadline really a realistic thing? Are we all supposed to be in a world, all females, all men, whatever, all people supposed to be married at 30? Are we all supposed to be having this ideal type of situation where things happen just as society expects it to? Ask yourself that question. And then ask yourself, what do I want? What is my desires in life? Right? Because I need to move away from what society is dictating to me. I need to be an individual. I need to live my life for me, not for the world, not for society, not for my family, not for my friends, but for myself. That's the first step of removing those things that are causing you fear. Remember that the fear is coming from something, somewhere. So it's coming from expectations. It's coming from societal expectation, family expectations. You're now 29. You go visit family and your grandmother says, but so-and-so. Sissy, how come at your age you got no children? How come at this age you have no man? How come at this age you're not married? When you going to get married? I want grandchildren. I'm sure you'll all have experienced that. I want grandchildren. I'm not hearing no cries of grandchildren here. And I'm not seeing a wedding ring. When you getting married? Oh, remember that guy there? What happened to him? How come you're still not with him anymore? She's forgotten that you broke up with that guy, or he broke up with you. She's forgotten, but she's focusing on her own needs to be a grandmother, to see a big wedding, to see you married. She's not seeing your perspective. She's not seeing your experiences. She's not seeing your desires. That's what you need to understand, that you don't need to conform to societal and family pressures and expectations. You need to be individual. That'll take away the fear. Once you're bold enough to say, I'm being an individual, I'm not going this path, I'm going my own path, then the fear will go away. Because that thing that's causing the fear will be removed. You see, ladies? So that's how you get rid of fear. You go and you work down to the cause or the root cause of your fears and ask yourself, is my fear realistic? Right? Am I supposed to have all these things at a certain time? And if it doesn't happen, am I a failure? No, you're not a failure. Ask yourself and tell yourself, no, I'm not a failure. Society is dictating, and I'm not allowing that dictation anymore. I'm now going my own way. I'm now going to be my individual self, and I'm going to be an autonomous being. You understand? Then you take away the fear. Let your grannies and your mothers say what they want to say. They've lived their life and living their life. You have nothing to do with their choices that they made. Yes, she married at 16. 100 years ago. It doesn't happen like that anymore. Yes, she had 6-7 children by the time she was 30. It doesn't happen like that anymore. Because society has changed. You see, the economy has changed. We're living in a world whereby we still want to live in cultural expectations, and yet we're living in a modern world. A modern world means our culture has changed as well. So if the culture is in your family that you need to be married to some lawyer or something or somebody